Welcome back. We are going to tackle this heater core box today. So, been procrastinating on it a little bit, but we got the inner fender dropped here partially. So, the reason that it's partially dropped, I had to take the cutoff wheel and cut off all the heads on these bolts because they got these speed clips behind there and they just twisted them right off. So they didn't actually break them, they just stripped them out and they wouldn't come out. So cut all the heads off of those. I did not want to get into these ones up here because I didn't want to have to try and replace stuff up in there if I didn't have to. So cut all those off, and I got this pulled down enough with this up out of the way that I could get to the nuts on the studs for the blower motor stuff here. So I am gonna go get a small block of wood and we're gonna shove it between here to keep this held down because I only got two hands. And we are going to pull that heater box out of there and see what kind of surprises are hidden behind it for us. So here we go. All right, so we got her kind of braced out here. And I can already see a little bit of mouse house. I assume that's basically what we're going to be dealing with. But pull this valve cover off real quick. Don't know if it's... No, it ain't bolted down, so we'll pull that off. Get it out of the way, because we're going to need a little bit of that room. And I'll see if I can't get this off here with one hand. I already kind of broke it free. Oh yeah. That blower motor's kind of heavy. Oh yeah. So that is the main reason you want to get these things out of here when you're doing a driver build or a restoration or anything like that, because that is disgusting. You can clean out the car, you can completely strip it like it is in there, bare metal, paint it, do everything. You are never going to get that smell out of there until you get that, because that's gross. So I think what we're going to do, obviously this has to come out to go into that one. So while it's out, oh, that was terrible. Oh, that's terrible. So while it is out, we'll probably clean that up as good as we can, paint this, and we'll test that motor to see if it's working like it should. If all is good there and it's working, it's not making a bunch of crazy noise, we'll throw that one in there and we will put it all back together with it. But it does have a couple broken fins on the fan, so if it does work and it kind of vibrates, we might have to get a new squirrel cage for it. But I don't know, that's the main mess. We gotta get all that junk out of there because that is just gross. And you can see right there, there's a little clip that holds that heater core in there. We'll get that off. That's the new heater core right there. And we will get that shoved in there once we get all this cleaned out. Alright, so went ahead and got all that junk out of there. Did go ahead and push it back a little bit, got the bottom freed up, and got these clamps off of there and the hoses off of those. I just kind of shoved the screwdriver in there and ripped them up. No big deal there, but basically all that's out. Got one left there and maybe one there, so we're just gonna Kind of tap this out of there. So we can get that heater core out. And there it is. Old one is out. So we'll go ahead and clean all this up, vacuum it all out, and then we'll go ahead and probably scrape all of the stuff that seals it, get it all off of there and replaced with new, because it's pretty much done. Same with this stuff down here. This is all like a putty almost. It's all hardened from 51 years of age. So let's get the vacuum out. That's all cleaned out and ready for the new foam on the back side. Got the heater core there, and we got the new piece there. So a couple things we got to do. We got to get the putty slash sealant on that before we can put it in, and we need to get that blower motor out of the old one and test it and see what we're dealing with on that so we can put it into that. So let's do that first, because that seems a little more easy and ideal than getting all the putty and stuff on that. That way, if we need the new cage for the fan, we don't get ahead of ourselves with everything else. Got something set up here. We're going to test this thing and see if we're going to have to replace it, if we're going to have to replace the squirrel cage, or if it's all going to be just fine. So went ahead and got some wire snipped up, got this ground down for a good ground, got that to the ground there. Just gonna go off this battery that's been on the tender for a while. That should be good enough. So those on there. I'm gonna go ahead and see what we got. I got the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and hold this like so. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty good. It's working. Wire gets hot pretty quick. It does have a pretty noticeable shake to it. So we'll probably go ahead and order the squirrel cage, because if we don't, and it's got that shake, you're gonna hear it in the car and it's gonna be annoying. And we've already got it all the way out. So we're gonna go ahead and get that ordered, put it on, and then we will go ahead and slap all of this back together with the new heater core and new squirrel cage. But at least we can save that. I think those are probably 50, 60 bucks just in themselves, 40 bucks, somewhere around there. So that's nice that we can save that at least. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with this. Probably gonna leave you off there. I know, hanging you out again, but I'll probably throw all this together outside of a video. It's not really that involved. Basically, the sealant, like we talked about, the new blower motor, new heater core, that'll all go back together just like it came apart. So I'll do that. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I know that this has been kind of few and far between, trying to get this stuff out to you. And once we get this done, I say it every time, once we get the interior done, this thing's gonna fly together. It really will. So we just gotta get this little stuff out of the way, and we're gonna do it. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you very, very soon with the next one.
Sky's not the limit, it's just the beginning.